Take a load off and grab a seat. Pull up a chair, prop up your feet. That's fine by me. Fine by me. Yeah. It's podcast time.
Yeah, and this is Fine by Me.
What's going on,
hi.
baby? How y'all doing?
Man, doing good. How's everybody doing?
Man, I'm in an exceptional mood.
I can tell. Why?
Ready to
Going
go,
on? You be
baby.
bopping around.
What you got to be so happy about?
Man, I've got a week and a half of excellence headed my way. I'm going to Bonnaroo on Thursday and then get back, and then I start church camp on Saturday. So this is like the week and a half of my whole year that I'm looking forward to. It's coming, baby. I'm trying to decide what character to go to Bonnaroo as. I'm thinking either, the main character from Jurassic Park. Who was that? Dr. Hoochie Coochie? What was that guy's name?
Is it Kevin Costner?
It's Sam Neill.
Oh,
He's the actor, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
Sam Neill, the old guy with the cane?
Yeah.
No, Sam Neill's the young guy. The one that's wearing the hat like he's wearing right now.
Yeah.
I saw
The one that digs through that big old pile of Triceratops poop.
Oh, okay, yeah. What's the other dude's name? If I was coming with you, I would come as Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum.
His name's Nick.
Oh, in the movie it is?
Yeah, his character's name's Nick.
I haven't seen the original Jurassic Park.
Speaking of dinosaurs, Wes, let's talk about your shirt real quick. Do you count the purple tusk monster as a dinosaur, or is he something else?
That's Grimace. So
Grimace?
He's in the same category as Big Red from Western, I think. They're just kind of blobs. And Bowling Green Purples, same thing as Grimace.
Yeah,
we don't know
just
what
a
the
blob.
fuck it is.
That's true. Kind of like the Michelin Man. We don't have any rolls.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Just a smoothed out Michelin Man.
This is a Casey Rocket shirt for anybody wondering.
It's like the Michelin Man that didn't get all the way through the factory.
It doesn't really make any sense. I don't know what it means. He said it once and he
done a set and he said this is Grimace at the fall of Berlin, 1945.
That's the only context that joke needs.
That and Shane Gillis was there, so I think he did it just as pretty much like something with him being like history buff. You know what I mean?
Oh, true. Yeah.
He kept pulling the pictures out. He had like 2 or 3 copies. He's like, here,
yeah. No, he had several copies of this picture that he like threw into the crowd at the end of. We've got the final night of the Kill Tony Arena shows tonight.
Oh yeah, it's on right now.
Yep.
It's also a College World Series. Is North Carolina State and Georgia are playing right now too.
Oh, go Dogs!
Florida State.
University of Kentucky's in there, right?
Yeah, they are. They go Friday.
Yeah.
Well, they play Saturday at 1:00, I think.
That's it. That's what I did. So I went to up to see my parents for my birthday on Saturday. That's all me and my dad did was watch Kentucky play baseball, and
Florida State made it.
I don't even remember who we played, but we beat them like 10-0. Or the last time I looked, it was 10-0. It might have even got worse than that.
Yeah, it was a good game.
So to explain the sunglasses a little bit, I was eating a bowl of cereal yesterday morning, and my 5-year-old Tucker jumped up to grab me around the neck, and the top of his head met perfectly with the brow bone.
Is it black today? I told you it was going to be. I told you, dude.
Golly.
Put a bag of peas on that or something.
I told
that, for some reason, that reminds me of Andy Milonakis. I got peas on my head, but don't call me a pea head.
Dude, y'all remember the movie Sandlot? Whenever he gets that big old black eye, and the stepdad's like, "Here, come here." He throws that delicious looking ribeye on his face.
Yeah, it's like $20 worth of ribeye.
Look at that cut of meat he just threw on this kid's face.
So
he said that'll pull it right out. I'm sure it would if you cooked it up and fed it to him. He'd be a lot happier about it.
For your viewing pleasure, I'm gonna see if eyeshadow. This is Melody's eyeshadow.
God,
a little bit
have we become? I don't like this character. I don't like this character.
Makeup tutorial here on Fine by Me. This is a Fine by Me exclusive.
I hate this character. I don't like this one.
How does it look worse? Actually, I'll
Hollywood.
be honest, it's starting to look a little bit better. It's kind of wild.
He looks like a damn hooker that didn't get his pimp no money.
Bitch better bring my money.
It looks like he fell into a doorknob. You know what I'm saying?
That's what your mom used to look like in the 90s.
It looks like whenever my dad would accidentally let her fall down the steps.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh no.
I fell in the steps
Hey,
again.
that ain't
I can't
bad.
come into Food Line tonight. I fell in the steps.
I don't know how that would look in person, but it doesn't look bad on camera.
It's still swollen.
You
know, I got the lazy eye. I got the lazy eye.
It's so thick.
Yeah,
tell
it
it's
is pretty
caked on
thick. I
there.
can tell the thickness.
He can't even close his damn eyelid. He can't even open his
You can see
eye
the
for all the
girth.
roughage.
You can see the girth.
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew yesterday when you sent that picture, it was going to be black as hell today.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the eyelid was not purple yesterday, but now the whole eyelid is gone.
Dude, whenever I had my hernia surgery years ago, like it went fine and stuff, but I was like sore in my groin area. Like 2 days later, man, I looked down, I went to the bathroom, and my wiener, balls, everything was black and blue. I freaked out, and I called the doctor. He's like, "Oh, that's just that's typical. Usually it happens a little faster, but it just didn't happen with you that way." And I was like, "All right," and it was
What
like that for like a week.
hernia surgery? What
Yeah,
Yeah, black dick and blue balls.
Yep. For
how,
like
how nice was that to have a black dick for a couple days?
man, that's all I had. Just the color.
Man, if it would have swelled up a little bit, that'd have been nice.
Even swollen, it wasn't even that.
Not
that
impressive.
No,
Not impressive.
no, man.
And I can tell kind of by your face that it's not real impressive.
Yeah, I'm all personality, man.
You've got that look about you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Big
yeah, sense of
personality,
line
that's
about
it.
Yep.
Yeah, you
And a
better make me
$1 million
laugh
smile.
in bed. That's the only time Chrissy's enjoying herself in bed is when you're making her laugh.
Yeah, man. Jokes. Oh, speaking of jokes, this morning I was taking the kids home and or to their mom's house, and we were talking about people like whenever they drive down the road and how they do like all their little waves and stuff. Some people point with the one finger, some people wave, stick their arm out the window or whatever. We got to
Jeep
laughing.
wave.
Yeah, and I don't know how Hitler come up, but my kids started putting their hands up. They're talking about like how he like throws his hands back. Like I don't know if you ever look at footage of Hitler. Like everybody else would like salute him or whatever,
Yeah.
and he would just throw his hand back, and we were cracking up. And they got out of the car, and I was like, please do not be going around doing this. I was like, whatever you do. My little girl was just a laughing. Man, I ain't heard her cackle like that in a long time. I said,
I did a salute. I did a salute in the arena when I went to that NFL game in Munich, Germany. I did a salute.
Yeah,
we met these guys.
How'd that go?
We met these German guys. They were sitting right behind us, and
Hitler loved Munich.
they grabbed my hand and put it down. They're like, "No, no, no, no."
He loved Munich. He was from Austria, so he wasn't really even German, and he faked all of his papers to fight for the Germans in World War I instead of the Austrian-Hungarian Empire. So
That's pretty wild.
Yeah,
I knew he was Austrian. I didn't know he had to go through all that to.
Yeah, and people he said they said like people didn't check papers that good, obviously back then, so they just pushed him through.
Yeah, no, that's something I think of like. Well, like if like we went back in time and we had all of our knowledge from today, and we could just like most people back then couldn't even write, so like you could just like you can be like I'm a fucking doctor or I'm a priest. You could just put that on,
dude.
You just put that on a piece of
paper
and be like somebody would be like, show me your papers, and you just hand them. It says pretty much like what's the Ron guy's name from Parks and Rec? And it just says I have a permit, and it's
Ron Swanson. I have a permit, and it says I'm good. Like check yes or something.
Yeah, I could do anything I want.
Yeah, yeah, man. That's how it was.
Yeah, and then we could just sign it by the Pope or something. It just says -POPE.
Even like in World War II, there were some army medics that like weren't actual doctors that done so good and with like triage and trauma and stuff in World War II that they come back to the States and got grandfathered in as medical doctors.
Oh wow.
But I mean, they've probably seen more experience than any other doctor would have ever seen, like, here at home, just
Oh, I'm
like with
sure.
normal
That's what we
stuff.
call on-job training.
Yeah, with bullets flying over your head and stuff. Speaking of, we can't let it go. 80 years ago, last Thursday was D-Day.
Hell
That's
yeah,
a
it
pretty
was.
big one.
Hell yeah, it
We wouldn't be
was.
where
We
we're at today without them guys.
What you think it would have affected us at all?
It would have affected the whole war.
The whole war or whole
Yeah,
world?
it would have affected the whole world in turn because it would have maybe had a different outcome on the end of the war because it
But
was.
but do you think like so if we wouldn't have got involved at all, do you think it would have affected the United States of America?
Yeah, I think Hitler rules Europe. I think he
No, it
takes
wouldn't have
over.
affected us.
Well, it would now
economically
because of
probably,
economically and stuff. I mean, we wouldn't have near the freedom. I mean, it would have affected. I mean, depending on certain people that come over here, as immigrants from Europe around that
butterfly
time.
effect. I mean, just the starters, butterfly effect.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
true.
I
I was
think,
going to say, I mean, you think back on it, we stole a bunch of their scientists whenever
yeah,
we won the
we
war.
wouldn't have our
Because
But
rocket program.
was that a good?
we wouldn't have made it to the moon first.
The moon's
We
not real,
didn't.
but
Not
but
real at all.
We wouldn't have had the characters involved to make up the script. Like we would have
but
had to
we
make up our
I
own
will
script.
say that we did. I mean, NASA was made up from Nazis. NASA is all
Yeah.
Nazis.
The A
Everybody
bomb,
that's
Warner von Braun.
yeah,
the
von
A bomb.
Braun was the big guy, but yeah, it was all Nazis. I get that, but
Oppenheimer
I feel
wasn't a
like we
Nazi.
should be. We'd probably be. Without NASA, like I don't. What have they done to help us?
Satellites in space, our military,
We
we get a
could.
lot
I
of
mean, satellites in space is not something.
The Weather
Yeah, we
Channel.
we would have figured out how to throw a
satellites is,
satellite in
well, I
space.
guess. I guess so. Maybe not as fast
Fucking
though.
Virgin Mobile figured out how to put satellites in space.
Yeah, with the
NASA.
with the technology that we already have.
I don't.
I
I
bet
don't
NASA
think NASA's
invented
steering that
Velcro.
ship.
Richard Branson didn't fucking come up with shooting rockets in space, that's for
Well, I know he
sure.
didn't, but I
He
think we
paid
would have figured
somebody
it
that looked at
out
research that
regardless.
everybody else did.
Richard Branson. What's he been doing lately? Isn't he like going off the rails here
He's got
lately?
cruise ships and everything now.
I don't know. I just I don't think it's another one of the things that I think that like that we put our nose in that maybe we shouldn't have, and maybe we would have been better off
Well,
without it.
we had to because they started sinking all of our merchant ships, all
Okay,
those
I
well,
don't
U-boats.
care.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, and we had to help our allies. I mean, we couldn't have just sat back. Eventually, and it was also 1944 or 1943 when we got into Europe. But
Yeah.
it like with World War One, we had the ocean separating us. People just weren't getting on boats that regularly and going across the Atlantic Ocean like they were in 1944. So I mean, eventually it would have come over here. I don't think Hitler would have stopped.
You don't think so? I don't
No,
think. I mean, if he came over here, we would have fucking rocked his world.
yeah,
There was
that's how.
there was no way that he was going to come over here and win.
Well, they
Like,
would have dropped. I mean, it would have affected our war production because with us fighting over there and pretty much how it always is now because we have such good defense, nobody touches us. We were able to crank out tanks and guns without getting our factories bombed. I mean, Europe got lit up. I mean,
oh yeah,
everywhere.
oh yeah. Oh, I know. I know.
And
I
Japan.
talked about the a few months ago. I talked about those lights that they had in Europe or whatever that they would turn on so that they could see stuff, but like planes above couldn't see them. I can't remember what those were called or whatever, but they kind of look like Edison lights pretty much.
Mhm.
But yeah, either way they could turn them on and they weren't bright enough for bombers to see them, so they didn't
Right.
know, so the bombers wouldn't throw a bomb down on top of them or whatever.
And I
But yeah,
don't.
I don't know. It's just one of those like what ifs. If more than anything, I'm playing devil's advocate right now, to
Right.
say the least. But
Japan is everybody wants to. Germany soldiers took the brunt of most of the blame when really they were, unless they were SS, they were just drafted people too, just like our soldiers were. They were just fighting for their country. But nobody talks about how shitty the Japanese were because the Japanese had already been to war with China since 1931 prior to them bombing us in Pearl Harbor. They had like a million Japanese soldiers in Manchuria. And whenever a Japanese soldier would get hurt during the war in China, all the upper like people would have the other soldiers kill that soldier that was hurt, so they would have to take care of him back at home. They didn't have like the infrastructure to take care of like hurt people or PTSD and all that shit. They just kill them.
So was it? I didn't. I'll be honest. I really didn't know this, but so as far as Japan fighting the China, which one was the instigator?
Japan.
Really,
Japan.
small
Yeah,
ass islands of
they
Japan
were an
took on
empire,
China.
man. Japan was the shit back then, man.
China
I mean,
was still like rice fields and
yeah, they weren't as developed.
bamboo buildings.
Japan is it probably if not more Western developed than probably anybody else besides us, as far as any
Yeah,
other
no,
country in the world.
I definitely get that now. To be honest, I think there and Dubai and maybe even Beijing is further ahead than some of
Hong
our cities
Kong,
are, or probably a lot of our cities are, especially
yeah.
Dubai and
As far as for the future,
yeah, yeah. Hell, even Taiwan's pretty crazy. It's technically part of China, but if you believe in
which
one China,
that's right, the
And
People's
yes,
Republic.
yeah,
speaking on behalf of Fine by Me, we do believe that Taiwan is part of China, and
I don't.
Taiwan
I
question
do
mark.
not believe that.
What?
I don't believe that at all.
Josh, read your emails.
I don't believe that at all. So Nick's speaking on behalf of Nick.
they're they're zeroing in on Josh's location right now.
They're building microprocessors right now somewhere trying to figure this out.
Josh's gonna start hearing planes go over. It's gonna be the
Man.
planes from fucking like the double engine planes.
You just see people kicking in these windows, people in black ropes coming through the doors.
Would you say they were
Man,
ninjas?
ninjas. That's right.
Oh my god.
Anyway, what else is going on?
I don't know. I
I
mean,
got a little rant there.
but I guess where I was trying to springboard from that is like to say like we're getting involved in Russia, Ukraine. We're getting like, what if we didn't?
I think we're getting to where we're kind of backing off a little bit.
I'd say we're spread pretty thin right now.
Yeah, that's
But
what they
like
want.
we're in the middle of this
I'll
Israel.
tell you what. I'll tell you one thing that would happen is some of these senators wouldn't be able to make their mortgage payments on their third lake houses, and that is completely out of line.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that these senators are comfortable in their leisure time. That's why we need Ukraine.
Yeah, we gotta make
they're
sure
nice and
Bernie
relaxed.
Sanders still has his fifth property as well.
Mhm.
Can't let him. He can't go below 3 properties, or else just
Yeah.
all hell will break loose. Probably.
Yeah. And if Hunter Biden gets convicted, we're fucked.
We're fucked.
Okay.
We're fucked.
We're
Hey,
completely screwed.
Trump 34. What else happened last week? Oh, I listened to the interview with Trump and Fox News, like Fox and Friends. It was
Mhm.
largely uneventful, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a morning show, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I have no idea. I watched it on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
Well, the Fox and Friends thing is like they chopped it up into like a 10-minute thing that they just popped off over the weekend, and then they put the whole hour-long thing on
Oh, YouTube.
something McCain. I don't remember. His name's McCain. I think his name might even be Wes McCain, to be honest.
Wesley McCain.
But on his YouTube channel that's sponsored by Fox or whatever, they put the whole hour-long thing up, and it was, man. I think he called Biden Stinky Biden now instead of Sleepy Biden or something. Or Sleepy
Oh, because he
Joe.
shit his pants in
Yeah,
Normandy.
Stinky Joe instead of Sleepy Joe. I don't even think that happened in the interview, but I wanted to bring that up because I thought it
Do
was
y'all think
funny.
he really shit his pants?
Probably more times a day than you do.
I don't know, man, dude. That'd be pretty close. We probably flip a coin depending on the day. It's actually gotten better, man. I've been eating a bunch of probiotics, and dude, I'll tell you what, that's helping finally.
Hell yeah. That's fine by me.
Yeah, just my throat hurting, man. Christy had to kiss all over me and get me sick.
Gross. Speaking of kissing all over Josh, happy Pride Month, everybody.
Thank you.
And if you're not celebrating Pride Month, let me introduce Peaceful Hideaway, your safe haven from boisterous pride parades. Do you find yourself clutching your pearls at the thought of glitter, rainbows, and exuberant expressions of love Fear not. Peaceful Hideaway offers an escape from the dazzling chaos of prize parades. What we offer: serene sanctuary. Nestled in a quiet corner on the countryside, our retreat is a parade-free zone. No loud music, no flamboyant outfits, just the soothing sounds of nature and the hum of your own inner peace. Dive into our extensive collection of books on mindfulness, tranquility, and peaceful living. From Zen and the Art of Not Being Fabulous to The Quiet Life for Dummies, we have something for everyone in our Peaceful Tranquility Library. Savor our menu of mild, non-spicy, and non-colorful cuisine. Comfort foods like mashed potatoes, plain oatmeal, and boiled chicken will keep your taste buds and your heart stable. Explore our expansive grounds, complete with calming gardens, babbling brooks, and whispering pines. You might even find a hidden hammock for some undisturbed napping. The Peaceful Hideaway, because sometimes you just need a break from the fabulous. Now, Peaceful Hideaway caters to those seeking solace from high-energy celebrations. No glitter, rainbows, or fabulousness allowed beyond the welcome mat. Pack lightly and breathe deeply. Now, that is probably gonna, at some point, lead to action by Smith and Smith. So, in order to prepare for that, I've been watching Suits on Netflix.
Hey, it's a good show.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed the first 45 minutes until I realized that Meghan Markle was in it.
Yeah, that's the whole reason that she's famous, really.
Yeah.
So and the little nerdy guy gets to fuck her several times in it.
So that
in real life?
I said in it, like the show. Probably in real life. I'll be honest.
You're saying he was in it?
He was in it.
In it.
All up in it.
He was in the Queen's purse, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, he was in the coin purse.
So that made me think.
He's seen the jewels.
That made me think, what really happened to the Queen? So I've got a short little story here.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
Once upon a time, in the grand gilded halls of Buckingham Palace, there was a charming English prince. Let's call him Rupert. Prince Rupert, known for his impeccable manners and love for baked beans on toast, had fallen head over heels in love with a struggling American actress named, let's call her Trixie. With her sparkling eyes and dazzling smiles, she had dreams as big as her credit card debt.
Are these dogs' names? Rupert and Trixie?
Yeah, we'll see. Their whirlwind romance soon led to a fairy tale wedding that captured the world's attention. Amidst the pomp and splendor, they exchanged vows that rivaled Hollywood blockbuster. The Queen, Rupert's dear grandmother, watched with a mixture of pride and mild confusion, wondering why Trixie insisted on riding down the aisle on a unicorn. It just kind of goes on talking about Rupert and Trixie's greed, and they decided to throw an extravagant party. They hired a bunch of expensive caterers and entertainers. One afternoon, as Rupert and Trixie argued over whether the peacocks should wear bow ties or top hats, the Queen decided she had had enough. Clutching her pearls, she declared, "I can't take this any longer." And with a dramatic flourish, she fainted, toppling over the ornate chase lounge. The royal physicians rushed to her side, but it was too late. The Queen had died because of Prince Rupert and that bitch Trixie, the struggling actress. And I really do think that Meghan Markle is the reason the Queen's dead today. And that's why I'm not going to watch Suits anymore. The end.
Cool, man. That was great. That was so good.
So
what was that about?
I kind of zoned out too while I was reading it, to tell you the truth. I don't even know. My reading comprehension level took an all-time dip.
Did you ever do Hooked on Phonics?
Yeah.
The only reason I'm here, baby.
The only reason?
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost you. At some point, I was like, what is going on in this story?
As soon as I heard Trixie, I just zoned out.
was like, is this a stripper? Is this a dog? What's going on here?
Man, I thought it was that. Y'all ever seen the movie Problem Child?
Who's in it?
Back at John Ritter
John
and this
Ritter.
little redheaded kid will in
Oh,
Problem
yeah.
Child 2, he hooks up with the school nurse John Ritter does, and his daughter's name is Trixie, and she's a little heathen ass girl.
So there's two problem childs.
That's right. Problem Child 2.
How did John Ritter end up with the first problem child? As a single man adopting a young boy? That's a little sus.
Wasn't
That
it
is
like
true.
wasn't it like a Big Brother, Little Brother program?
No, I think he may be. I don't remember the beginning. I'll have to look into that.
I don't remember. I might be thinking
This
about
really
it.
sparks a lot of questions.
I'm sorry, but I'm not adopting some hood rat, okay?
I'm not adopting anybody.
I think
If I'm adopting someone, they're going to be a stable, professional young man
Well, you don't never know
with
what you're
manners.
getting.
With
you get
manners.
Tucker Carlson's kid or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A mini Tucker Carlson is what I want. Yes.
Well, I guess really he already has two with his own genetics. So I mean, he's really kind of rolled the dice already.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is
We don't
true.
even know what's going to happen yet with them.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, I mean, one of them is pending an assault charge. Right now.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah.
He's got a mean headbutt.
Yeah,
Headbutt. Is he
Yeah.
a
He
soccer
didn't feel it
player?
at all. He didn't feel it at all either.
No.
Oh, I'm
It
sure
was
not.
No.
I saw stars for like 20 seconds, and I just like laid back on the couch. I was like, oh, and he just kept going, sorry. And I was like, it's okay. Are you okay?
Dude, I remember this brings up a memory that I actually kind of thought about. I remember like being like in like with an ex, like I'm talking like 8 or so years ago, being like not like we were having an argument, but at the end of it, I started feeling kind of bad. Like I was at the point where I was gonna start saying I'm sorry, and she like dropped her keys or something. So I like reached down to get them. She did the same time. I
Oh.
grabbed them and I came back up with my head and hit her in the fucking nose and broke her nose. So me and her were mad at each other, and I had to take her to the ER, and they were like, "Did he do this?" And we were like, "Yes,"
Yeah.
but like it wasn't like we are mad at each other right now, but he didn't like punch me or anything.
I swear my husband didn't push me down the stairs.
Please.
I was like, I'm going to jail today. Somebody
Yeah.
said they're putting me in fucking slammer for this.
Please just blink twice if he beats the shit out of you on the regular.
I remember as soon as I came back up, I saw her do this, and just
No.
blood just started fucking streaming out.
I wonder why getting hit in the nose
Ah.
is such like a debilitating thing. You know, that's like the easiest thing to like hit. It sticks out. It's the
Yeah.
most sensitive thing.
Evolution should have cured that.
I mean, because your eyes water immediately anytime something hits your nose.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
It's the
that
worst.
if you get hit in your nose and you break your nose, like your fucking eyes black, like it
Yeah.
fucks your whole face up. Like
I broke mine twice.
I have too. I've broke mine twice. I was
It sucks.
a kid both the time. Well, I was like in first grade the first time.
Yeah, I was
broke
younger.
it. I broke it again when I was like 12 or something like that. I remember that cast that they put on you. Like you can't breathe for shit when that thing's
It's like
on you.
metal. Yeah, it's like tape it on there is what they did to
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I only went to the doctor one time. The second time, I just let it heal back the way it is. It's crooked as hell in the middle.
I went both times. Obviously, I was a kid and I had better parents than you, but
It's true. I don't even know him. That's probably true. We just had to deal with it. Just go in there and stick some daggum toilet paper in your nose and go to sleep. Quit fighting with your brother.
yeah, no,
Y'all
I even I even had like deviated septum surgery like when I was like 25, I think.
Damn.
Did not help the snoring at all.
Yeah, I don't have none. See, I don't even snore at all. I'm pretty sure I just stop breathing. I just wake up and like.
Did y'all ever have
That's called
like
sleep
a
apnea.
time period
I
in
don't
your
have that
youth
either.
Did you ever have a time period in your youth where you had a bunch of nosebleeds just randomly out of
Dude, I've
nowhere?
only had like 2 nosebleeds my whole life.
I think that I had
I
like
don't know if I've
two
ever had
nose
one other than
two
being hit in the
nosebleeds
nose.
randomly in class, but there were kids that we went to elementary school with that would have like one a week.
Yeah, it's probably because they had a
But
meth lab in their house.
I was say even whenever I was like snorting pills all the time, like I don't remember ever having like nosebleeds from that. And I mean, I was fucking hitting them hard back then too.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
like a
man, it
rock
sounds
star.
good. Man, that sounds good.
Like a rock star with a grocery employee's salary.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I had less than a grocery employee's salaries. I don't even know how.
With an
Faking
EBT.
I don't even
With
know
an
how I'm
faking
EBT
back
affording
card.
it.
injuries. Faking back injuries and shit.
You
Fucking
slip,
back's all locked up, Doc.
fucking slip and fall lawsuits every other week.
Man.
Smith
Just
and
looking for
Smith, where you
cars.
at?
Just just looking for cars to hit you. Just walk out in front of a car going about 5 miles an hour.
I don't want the insurance money. I just want the pain pills.
I just want some cash. We can settle this right now.
You give me $300, I'm out of here.
Yeah, we're out of here. You never see me again.
Oh my
Man.
God.
That'd be
Hey, all right.
crazy.
So I teased it last week, so I feel like I've got to go into this. But I went into old Captain James Cook. Old Nicky is loosely related to him. But
According
he
to my
was one of
fourth
the
grade history teacher, yeah.
what?
According to my fourth grade history teacher, yeah. See, I lied on that report because I didn't do my report. So I just made it up.
That's
That's
fair.
where I brought it up last time. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
We
But
had to do a report
so
about
we're just
someone
gonna
in
say
the family
Nick's
in
related
history.
to him. Nick's
Do
related
it.
to him. He was the best
Yep.
explorer of our time.
Absolutely.
He pretty much put everything on the fucking map. Like he was the first one to see Australia, South America. I think maybe even potentially could have been the first to see North America before Columbus.
The Cook
Yeah.
Islands.
Wait, no, no, this was he. No. So no, James Cook wasn't around. He didn't start going crazy until 1770s, and we were already getting our independence in the 76 or whatever. So yeah, no, he. But I know he was the first to see Australia, and that's the main thing that I'm kind of touching on here. But whenever he was like coming around Australia, he saw like indigenous people and but they wouldn't even look up from what they were doing. Like they would see him like kind of looking out to the ocean, but they never locked eyes like on his ship. And this was in a diary from a dude named Joseph Banks that was a
Got a sick signature.
yeah, he did.
Oh.
Botanist. Joseph Banks was a botanist.
Joseph Banks.
He paid to be on the ship that Cook like took fucking everywhere or whatever. So, and Banks like had a diary, and like one of the things that he noted, like he noted a lot of obviously a lot of stuff about the herbology and whatnot of the area, but he was like the people there they didn't even seem like it was like crazy that they saw like a ship, like they just it was like they either they A, they didn't see it, B, they didn't care, or C, potentially they've seen something crazier than that.
Hmm.
I don't know. Like so there's this invisible ship theory with this that like baffles my mind like it and it kind of makes me think like what if I saw something that just did not make any sense to me like that I don't even have the imagination or even like the core thought to even think about what it could be.
Like
I
a
just
jet airplane during World War II.
yeah, that would be fucking crazy to see.
It was crazy for them people that
But
saw
like
that.
imagine like you saw an alien. Not even an alien, like an alien ship, a UFO or anything. Like
But something that's never
anything
been
unidentified.
but
And you
something
just
that's never
it.
been described in science fiction novels or
Yeah,
movies or nothing.
like
Like
you
this
can't
is
even
a
process
completely
it.
brand new piece of technology that's you've never seen anything close to it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't have
seeing
the
a
and you're
jet,
just
internet.
and your
seeing a
brain,
jet airplane compared to a propeller airplane, you can
yeah,
imagine because you're like, holy shit, that's just a really fast plane. You know what a plane is. These
yeah,
people didn't even know what a boat was.
exactly. So it's so part of the theory there's not really anybody that's really picked up on this. Like, there's not really a great deal of like literature even on it. There's like a Wikipedia page and like a couple little things on it. So this just really made me think quite a bit and think about like this could be like a way of like your brain protecting yourself. Like, so if you saw something that was just so outlandish, instead of like, say, fainting because you're just blown away, your brain just doesn't even see it. It's just like, nope, that's too fucking crazy. We don't know what that is. We're just gonna look right through it. So that's
Yeah.
kind of the way I feel about that. Like, and Josh, you brought up what was the plane? It was the Germans that were flying that plane that was so much faster than everything else that we had.
They had a jet airplane. They just didn't have very many of them. It was new technology. That's where the rocket program started. That's where
Okay.
all these people come from that you're talking about. But there's a video of like our soldiers like seeing one like for the very first time, and they're just like hysterical. Like they don't know what to make of it, or like they think this crazy super weapon is going to just take everybody out. They because there wasn't rockets or like any of that shit. They just had basic artillery.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so in that situation, we did have planes already at least. So like
Right.
they were like, well, we know that things can fly. We just didn't know that things could go that fast.
Right. And make that
So
noise, whatever it was doing.
yeah, yeah, I'm sure it was making, probably had a sonic boom if it was that fast or whatever. But
Yeah.
so they eventually land in Australia, and after they're there for a little bit, they get met with like some indigenous people, and they're like, well, you obviously don't like them being there. They're like, what are you doing or whatever. But
Get off our land.
so and they so we try to trade with them, like with like some of their stuff that they make, and then we gave them like some random jewels and stuff like that, just to trade, just to see like what they're making. Hey, here's what we got. And they like came back by like a couple days later, and the people, they were like, we don't have any use for this, and they saw it all just like thrown away in the ocean.
Mm.
So it was just like another thing, like we've got all this shit that we don't really need. And these people were aware of that. They were like, we don't need any of this shit. And they just fucking tossed it out. I thought that was pretty neat too. Like to have that worldview, or not worldview, but to have that, just like we only care about surviving.
Yeah, we don't care about those materials that are
Yeah,
useless to us.
we don't want any of this pretty shit. I don't give a
Yeah, it's
shit
just
about any.
baggage. Yeah, it don't have any use to us. We can't use
Yeah,
it to kill nothing or cook nothing or eat.
yeah.
So
It's
yeah, I
just
get
more
Oh,
that.
weight to
that's
carry.
right. That's right. They that was one of the main things that they wanted from the indigenous tribes was their spears that they had, and they
Mhm.
realized like while they looked at them that they weren't for killing like another human. They were meant for fishing. Like they were
Hmm,
fishing spears. So,
that's cool.
like you see like the obviously movies and whatnot or whatever of like indigenous people like being out there like wading in the water and spearing fish or whatever instead of actually fishing. But that was obviously what it was meant for. Or
Speaking of spears, it's probably not the same tribe, but I think that like our culture or Western society learned from some tribe or local people about obsidian glass, and we use that now for like scalpels. It's like the sharpest thing on planet Earth, and it's like some kind of obsidian glass, and they would use it as like arrow tips or spearheads.
talked
And
about this
there's
at some point.
and there's even surgeons that like use that to this day because they say it holds up better than a stainless steel.
I'll look through my notes. I feel like I've talked about this before. I don't think it was
May
obsidian
have
glass.
because doesn't
What I'm thinking about is that glass to where you could see people's auras or whatever. Do you remember that?
yeah, maybe so.
But
I know.
the glasses.
The
Yeah,
glasses, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Maybe.
The glasses is what I'm talking
yeah.
about. It wasn't
Doesn't
obsidian glass. It was
obsidian glass is made from volcanoes, right? I think.
Yes.
that sounds right. Yeah. I don't know. That was to be honest, a pretty old episode.
Yeah, they'll have to really go back in the catalog. The true fans and true believers will know what we're talking about. I know they'll know exactly how to reference that.
Oh, what glass was that? I remember having even trouble.
The
I
true
remember having trouble
believers.
spelling it. Yeah. So I remember struggling with spelling the word that it was even saying. I'm like going back and I'm like,
GLASS.
man, Oktoberfest, gas station food.
Dude, I want to read through that notebook, see if I can make heads or tails of it.
This book is fucking wild.
Man,
Oh,
I need to have one of those days I'm having real bad any kind of anxiety. I just want to read through that book,
yeah, you
calm me
probably get
down.
more anxiety to be
I know
honest.
that's what I mean. Just go and send me over the edge.
Yeah, I'm not gonna find that right now. But speaking of indigenous
There's
tribes or whatever, did you see that Elon gave some tribe that hasn't seen like outside people in like 1,000 years Starlink?
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Why?
And they immediately were all addicted to their phones, all addicted to porn. Oh,
I'm sure,
social
dude.
media. Social media.
immediately, like it didn't
The
take no
Just like
time,
all
and
tribe
they were
leader,
all fucked up.
the tribe leader said all the kids are lazy now, don't want to
Yeah,
get out of their huts.
yeah, yeah.
I
They won't
believe it.
do shit anymore except for look at their phones. And but they did say they were like, hey, like it's already saved like several lives because we were able to get
Help.
help here quicker or whatever because they were
Yeah.
using ham radios or something before to
Yeah.
act like
I
emergency.
haven't seen nothing about that. That's pretty interesting. I didn't know that.
We actually had a Tommy knocker tell me about that, and I had to look it up
Nice.
today. So I hadn't really. I've only read a couple articles on it, but I was like, man, this is why. Like, why? So a part of me was at the beginning was kind of mad at Elon, like, why fuck with these people? But at the
Can you
same
pull it up
time,
on your screen sharing?
what?
Are you able to pull it up on your screen share?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I probably can.
That'd be cool.
And so one part of me was like, kind of mad that he would fuck with this indigenous tribe
And
that hadn't
ruin their
really
way
been
of
around
life.
anybody in 1,000 years, but it has helped them, but it kind of seems like it's been more of a detriment than help.
Yeah, I don't think anybody needs this shit.
Starlink, what am I gonna say?
Just to get on here
Uh,
and watch
it was
three
in
dudes talk nonsense on a Thursday.
what?
Our episodes come out on Thursday. I said, nobody need this shit. Just get on here and watch three just random dudes talk about nonsense for an hour every week. I can't believe that this is still going almost 50 episodes. I mean, I cannot believe it.
We got buttons now, though.
I see
You
that.
know?
Good.
Yeah.
Nick
Watch his
calls
buttons
me,
fly. Watch his
blowing my
buttons
phone
fly
up.
off the shelf.
I was like, what's he need this logo for? Man, I'm up here at the library printing off things for buttons. I said, buttons?
I
He
got
said,
a button maker like 4 months ago and just like
I
cracked
forgot
it.
about it.
Yeah.
I said,
I'll
are we
show you
running
some
for
more that
something?
I made.
I said, he's running for a campaign or something. He looks like he's about to go, he's about to go on a safari. Yeah,
Look at them shorts.
I know. God, man. He looks like Steve Irwin's retarded cousin. Good day, mate.
Good day, mate.
There we go. Let's see this guy. He said Amazon. The Amazon tribe is on Amazon.
In remote indigenous villages in the Amazon rainforest. Myself and our photographer.
I don't like this. I don't like that one already. Hold on.
Find me something with some juice, man. Come on, I want some juice.
I'm trying, dog.
Juice got me loose.
My little girl spells juice, Joos.
I like OJ the Juice Man.
Like grape juice is spelled GRAP, no E. Juice, JOOS, grape juice.
Was finally introduced to the internet and soon found themselves victims of scammers addicted to social media.
I like my grapes without the G, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I heard that.
To high-speed internet.
Seed oils.
He
is what
said
I'm
they
talking
didn't fall for scams. These people in Nigeria working overtime, dude.
about.
Been on the internet for one day and already out all their money.
I'm gonna send you 12 coconuts.
Social media and getting hooked on explicit content. It's left tribal leaders no choice but to police its usage.
What?
They done put a daggum ban on it now. They can't.
No,
even-
I don't think that they like they were like like there's so much good and then there's all this bad. Like let's see what the fuck.
I bet the bad really outweighs the good.
Fucking hell. What did you say?
I bet the bad really outweighs the good.
I'm sure it probably
Thanks to
did.
Elon Musk's Starlink, this tribe has access to the internet for the first time. Javari Valley is one of the most isolated places on Earth. It is an indigenous
He done gave these
where
people
the Marlboro
Starlink.
people live. It also just got internet connection thanks to Elon's Starlink satellites. The tribe has only had Starlink for 9 months now, but the New York Times reports that there are already teenagers glued to their phones, group chats filled with gossip, addictions to social media, violent video games getting played, and of course, people watching pornography.
Violent video games.
Dude, this is just rich people being bored shit.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, porn.
They're just being bored. Like, oh, let's just see if we can really shake things up a little bit in this tribe.
Let me show you some more buttons that I made.
They just pull out a map and they pull out some darts and they just throw darts blindly and say, well, that's where we're going to put Starlink.
What is that?
I got this book that I bought a long time ago with a
That
bunch
two
of
chicks
like
same time?
it's an artist, and it just has a bunch of sketches in this book. So I just made a bunch of really inappropriate buttons.
Looks kind of Greek. Looks very Greek. Roman? Is that Greek or Roman? Greek. It's gotta be Greek.
It's Greek.
I like that one.
Yeah, he's got somebody's head. You think he fucked that head?
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
That's not Greek
Before
anymore.
and after it was cut
I
off.
like this guy's face though.
I like his face. It was like he just sniffed the gnarliest fart ever.
Yeah.
Either that or he had a really good like riff like on a guitar, or he just smelled some real good like skunk weed. He was like,
Dude, why did nobody smile in pictures until like 1950?
because it was too hard. Like because you know how long it took for like a picture to happen? Like it was a good amount of time.
I don't think that's it.
You're just sitting here holding a smile for 5 minutes, like
Yeah,
a
they couldn't
psychopath.
do that.
I think it was because it was like it cost so much money and it was a very serious ordeal. There are pictures of people smiling. Like it really didn't take that long. Like really it was only like 30 seconds or so.
It's
but
still a long time to hold a face.
Yeah.
dude, I hold face all fucking day. What are you talking about?
How long did it take to take a picture in the 1800s? Several minutes.
That's pretty vague, isn't it? They didn't. People really they really tried hard at that one. Several minutes.
In 1865, portrait photos
Like
requires subjects to sit motionless for exposures often lasting 20 to 60 seconds. Okay, so a minute. What?
There's
there would be no pictures of Nick. He can't sit still that long.
No, it would be so blurry.
There's
be foot tapping. Like his foot was doing a big old up and down. It was just a toe tapping.
There's a picture of a Chinese guy eating a bowl of noodles, and he didn't know that like everybody in civilized countries were serious in their pictures, so they told him to pose, and he just was grinning like a son of a gun. And supposedly he's the first person to smile in a photo because he didn't know that you weren't supposed to.
I bet he's kin to you somewhere down the way.
I wish.
What'd you say it was? Noodle photo?
Asian man noodle photo smiling.
I bet this is it.
He looks like he's having a good time.
He definitely does.
There he is.
Yeah, he's having a party.
Yeah,
my man.
So they gave me these noodles. I just had to sit down. They gave me this bowl of noodles.
Yeah,
I love this guy. I do.
I've been building the railroad for the white man for all day
I need
long.
to make that into a button.
That's how much I love noodles. Like if you hand me a thing of noodles, that's how happy I would be.
I bet I haven't. Like any kind of noodles?
That looks kind of like ramen, and I love ramen. So yes, those.
I bet I've eaten ramen maybe 5 times in my whole life.
I went to a ramen restaurant.
Are you really poor or not?
Yeah,
dude, I was poor.
So you were like hot dog macaroni poor. You weren't.
No, my dad cooked every night. We didn't ever eat none of that bullshit.
They spent their money on other stuff rather than their house. Like they had nice shit.
Oh yeah, dude. We was balling on a budget, dog.
Yeah.
We was eating steak and shit.
I went to a ramen restaurant in downtown Nashville, and
Raymond.
I was so excited. Sorry.
Raymond Romano.
Everybody loves Ray.
Yeah, it's true.
Everybody loves Raymond.
He said Raymond.
And I was really excited because this was gonna be like gourmet ramen. And I walked in, and this black dude is behind the counter, and he is hustling. He's got like 15 to go orders that he's working on, and there was 3 Chinese people there, and they had to have been the owners, but they were just like sitting in the restaurant in chairs with their arms crossed, just looking at this black dude preparing all this food. And he said, "Man," I walked in, he said, "Man, I ain't got time for you." I said, "Okay, buddy."
Damn.
Turned around and walked out. Yeah. I was like, they are making this man do all this work.
Hey, so
And
you need to
he
get your shit and get the fuck out of here. I ain't got
Yeah.
time to be making you nothing.
Yeah. I said, "Man, I ain't got time for you." I said,
You know where that would not happen? That would not happen at a Waffle House.
No.
They sit you down at a sticky table.
Oh, they would just complain about it under their breath, or not even under the breath, very loudly, so you could.
Loud enough for you to hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you would still have some delicious eggs and
All
waffles.
of them know Nick by his first name.
Hey, me and Nick ate at that Waffle House in Franklin before.
Yeah,
Me and Nick
and it
ate there on
was-
Thanksgiving night.
Solid.
Thanksgiving
yeah, we
night.
did.
Yeah, he was all sad. Just got the daggum split up. He said, "Single dad tonight on Thanksgiving." I said, "You come out here and sit with us, buddy."
What? Thanksgiving night? Was that
Yeah,
when we were
Thanksgiving night.
there? What is that when me and you went?
No. Me and you went after your metal show a couple months ago.
Oh,
Nick,
yeah.
I'll have you know
yeah.
that this Thanksgiving coming up, we're going to be out there again the same time. So come on out.
All right, brother. I'll come on out for a Waffle House. Oh, we could do a Fine by Me meet and greet.
There you go. That's
It's a
where me and Christy go every night on a Thanksgiving night. It's like a tradition.
Hell yeah. Man, if somebody talks ill of Waffle House, fuck you. I love Waffle House.
I just get tired of turkey and dressing and shit. Usually by then I'm ready for a big old greasy cheeseburger or something.
My roommate in
What?
college.
Wait, hold on. You get cheeseburgers at Waffle
I
House?
get the Philly cheesesteak melt actually,
Oh my fucking God.
or
Wow.
biscuits and gravy with eggs and cheese.
My roommate in college.
I've never got a waffle at Waffle House. I don't like sweet shit like
He's a
like that.
contrarian. I'm a contrarian. Look how
It's
cool
true.
I am. I never downloaded Instagram. I'm above all the social norms. Woo!
It's true. I try to be.
The waffles are so good.
I'm sure they are. They look
so
good. I just
I
don't
don't
want
like
that.
I don't like sweet stuff either. Like that, like I'm also the same way. Like the only time I'll ever eat a waffle with syrup is probably I'm either at a Waffle House or I somehow happen upon a Cracker Barrel with my parents.
Happen upon.
You know where they are.
I
know where
sometimes
every
happen
Waffle
upon
House-
a Cracker
You
Barrel.
know where every Cracker Barrel is.
You look like somebody that knows where a fucking Cracker Barrel's at, Wes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to a Cracker Barrel maybe 3 times in the last 12 years.
That's worse than not having a waffle from Waffle House, possibly.
No, Waffle House is leagues better than Cracker Barrel.
Y'all like
So much
IHOP?
better. People there like don't judge you. They don't go to church probably. They say they go to church, but they don't go to church.
They go to the church of what's happening now.
Yeah, and they're
Cracker Barrel?
probably but the people at Waffle House are all so old. They like look at me and they're like, "This guy's got tattoos. I bet he is going to hell today. He's going to hell. If I ever seen somebody that's going to hell, he's going to hell today."
He's like an evangelical Southern preacher.
Yeah,
I think most of the people that go to Waffle House are first in line on the boat to hell. I don't think.
He meant
Wow.
Cracker Barrel. I
Wow.
follow him. If you want a real classy joint, go to a Huddle House.
we used to have one of those in Scottsville, and
We
it
had
was
one in
fucking
Franklin.
trash.
Yeah, it's Franklin Steakhouse now. They ain't even changed the inside at all since it was Huddle House.
The
It
one
was
in
the same
Scottsville.
everything.
I went like twice whenever I was in high school, and I was like, "This is a little bit too."
I remember that Huddle House. It's right there across from the dollar store on the 31E.
Yeah, it was the Dollar General Market, the DG, the
Up
first
on the hill.
market ever.
Really?
Hey,
I know that once on
we're
the
the
square
we're
in
the
Scottsville was a
seat
shit.
of Dollar General in
I
America.
know.
So yeah, we got the first one.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, we also got the worst ones because they're all the first ones.
Yeah,
Shit.
and they did not remodel them at all.
That one on the square
Dude,
ain't nothing been done to it since the 50s.
there's the one on the square. I remember going to it like a few years ago, and I was like, "Wow, this looks the same as it did whenever I was like 10 years old."
Yeah.
It's the
It's
same.
got upstairs in it, doesn't it?
It's 2 stories for some
Yeah.
reason. Yeah.
You would think
It's
they
because it's
would
crammed into a little bitty corner of a building.
somebody needs to email corporate Dollar General and be like, "Can y'all respect the first store a little bit more than you do?"
Oh, they don't give a shit. Their business model is to have a Dollar General within 10 miles of each other everywhere in the whole
That's
country.
crazy. I mean,
And
the way
they've about done it.
I was gonna say, yeah, they have like they throw up them stores like pole barns. Like there's nothing to them.
Whoever's in
I
charge of that
think
growth and development team is definitely kicking ass.
I think it's something. I think it's something along the lines of 10 miles within 100 people. So if there's 100 people, there's going to be a dollar store within 10 miles.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Crazy.
And they all end up fucking just big old storage sheds after about 3 months, just stuff in the aisles.
Oh yeah, I saw a fucking funny IG like video today about this dude. He was a black fella, and he was like trying. He was like, I just want to go in here and get some like orange juice and cereal and some chips. And he was having to like move all these like
Yeah,
out of the
you're
way
putting
or
shit up
whatever.
for them. You're putting up stock just to get your stuff. Having them open up boxes for you. If you can even find an employee, usually there's one person for the whole store, and they're in the bathroom.
Oh man, what up?
They won't let you use their bathroom either. They're real
No,
stingy.
no public bathroom.
I go in there and shit. I say, "You want the floor? Or you want in that toilet?" They open the door real quick.
You better give
So
me
we got a
that key,
code
boy.
red emergency here.
Give me that key.
Code Brown, Code Brown.
Like we want to turn this to a Bass Pro Shop. I don't think you do.
You've got to get ready to punch that story up. You told it. It's a lost episode. You've got to
Yeah.
get ready to tell that story.
I'll do it next
again.
week. I need to do it next week.
Hey, I'm
Right.
not trying to rush you. I'm just saying you need to do it. I think everybody needs to know right now that we're gonna have a little bit of not an off episode, but a different episode.
Oh
next
yeah, I'll wait
week.
till Nick comes back. So 2 weeks. I'll wait for that.
Nick's gonna be gone next week, and we're gonna have somebody else pop in. We're not gonna say who it is.
Surprise.
Surprise. Might be another Zoom. Depends on Josh's house situation. I'm hoping that we can be together for it because it would be fun. But it's going to be a different 3 people next week. We're going to miss Nick dearly, but I would rather you tell the poop Bass Pro story while Nick's here.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All
That
right,
story
guys.
is funny, and I was cry laughing in Nick's fucking workshop. It was, I mean, that was probably like episode 3 that got lost, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I was dying laughing.
It's about 15, 20 minutes. I mean, it's a pretty long story.
Yeah, that was like 9 or 10 months ago now, and I know that I'm gonna die laughing at this point. Hearing
Yeah, I'll
It's
get it punched
Josh's.
up.
It's Josh's equivalent to the machine.
it
Yeah,
really
it
is.
is.
It is Josh's machine story. So
It is, man. That's what everybody's gonna remember whenever I tell that one time. Nobody's gonna remember nothing else.
You're okay. What will we call you? Bass Pro?
No, well, I was thinking something better than that.
Yeah, we gotta do
Y'all
like
think
Shit
on that
Pro,
one.
Poop Pro,
Bowel Pro. I don't know.
Commode Pro. I don't know. Something. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it
Bass
out.
Pro's biggest retard.
Yeah.
What do you gotta do when you come on stage? You gotta take your pants off?
I'm gonna take my leg off and just sit down. Crisscross applesauce.
Oh, that would be good. That would be so good. If you not even took your leg off, but you like instead of having a stool on the stage, you just had a fucking toilet on the stage that you
Yeah,
sit
that
on
would
the
be
whole
good.
time.
And I put the lid down like where it's closed and sit down. Like, hold on a minute.
Could you imagine if you had to drag a toilet with you across the country to every gig?
Man, I'd hire you to do
I would.
it. I know, for free.
I'd have a shirt that said "Toilet Boy."
Roadie, toilet roadie.
Oh my god.
Toilet handler.
Well,
All right.
I think we're about to come to this close. I'm gonna be 35 in a couple days, so
Happy
gang,
birthday.
etc.
I'm sure I'll talk to you tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. So I'll tell you. When's your birthday? Wednesday?
June 12th. Yep.
June 12th.
J 12th. It'll be, so y'all are, if you're listening to this, it's going to be yesterday.
So happy belated birthday.
Yeah. And y'all got anything else? I think we're probably
Not today.
pretty done with this one, I think.
Yeah, we're looking good, boys. It's been a good one.
Look at Nick's eye though. I can barely tell. It looks a little lazy.
He looks like John Benet Ramsey after she died.
I was thinking about that story the other day. Didn't they find her in the basement of her parents' house?
Yeah, her brother killed her, I think.
No, they didn't. They never found her.
Yeah, they did. I think they found her tied up in the basement of the parents' house.
No, they didn't find her tied up in no basement. I don't think that's right.
And they still got away with it. And that has been fine.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Later, boys. Love you.
See ya.
West Coast.